Smash in Tom. Do you think there's any chance that Wednesday could stay up? Pedersen did the team's on the ball tactics and is likely to be a manager generally liked, unlike Roll. I hope I'm wrong saying this, but no, I don't think there's any chance that they can stay up looking at things right now. I'm recording on Wednesday night, so it sounds like the North Stand there is going to be closed as well. This is after the announcement that Danny Roll is going, after the announcement who the latest two, Akin Mayo and Callum Patterson, go in, after Windass and Gassama and Masaba, and name another 8 players, Ihekwa, Smith, there's tons of them gone. So as of right now, I just can't see any chance that they can stay up. It's not to say that couldn't change. I don't know. You'd need embargo lifted, some kind of sea change there and players coming in. But the next thing we're hearing is, July salary is not going to be paid on time. And we're now getting to the 31st of the month. It will be tomorrow. Maybe I'll put this out at the weekend and you might already know more than I do right now. But no, I really don't think there's any chance of Wednesday staying up. I think they could have done a great escape had Danny Roll stayed and a takeover happened reasonably, in the next 6-8 weeks, that sort of period. And, you might get some siege mentality and that type thing. But as of right now, no, I just don't see it. And I mean, speaking of siege mentality, it might, Pedersen might do all right. He might say, look, everyone's expecting you to be bottom and to lose every single week, basically. So, let's fight and scrap and bloody some noses and upset a few teams, but not confident right now. And I'd love to be wrong about that because, lots of work went in getting them back into the Championship after, missed the Chan Series Wednesday, were relegated with a points deduction, weren't they? And I don't know. Feels like they'll be going back to League One and rebuilding all again. But hey, if that's with a new owner, that might be 1 step back or 3 steps back to take 5 steps forward. Callum Hayes, do you think Morecambe will be able to, quote, do a Berry and start again as a fan-owned club? My local non-league side, Runcorn Linnets, are playing Bury in the 8th tier in a few weeks, up the Linnets. I haven't spoken about Morecambe on the channel, and my reference point for Morecambe is they were literally in the same division as my lot Ipswich in League One just a few seasons ago. In fact, the season that it was, the big hope, the game changer takeover had happened, loads of players had signed and Paul Cook was the manager. I think it was the first game of the season because Cole Stockton scored a couple. He had the season of his life, didn't he? And Morecambe and Ipswich were, compatriots on a level. You can say what you like about clubs' histories, but if you're on the same division, then you're colleagues. And then obviously a couple of seasons later, Morecambe down, where are they now? Into the National League. All kinds of problems. Ipswich obviously had a double promotion and went up to the Premier League and have banked 100 million quid TV money and are in receipt of a year one parachute payment this year. And Morecambe have got all of this bother. I'm not a massive expert. My understanding is you've got another owner playing weird games of brinksmanship and there's an interested party ready to buy it, but the kind of owners sort of blocking it. And it's the same thing we discussed with Chansiri at Sheff Wednesday. You kind of think, well, what are you gaining from doing that? Surely, if you don't want the club, do everything you can to make it of as high a value as possible, which is not these weird games of leaving stuff to the last minute and trying to, flex on local authorities and councils and the government and the Football League and all of that stuff. And, make a good asset that can be sold on. But yeah, it's very concerning for Morecambe and for the Morecambe fans. And you really don't want, I know doing a berry, as Callum says in his question, doing a berry is a solution, but you'd rather bank the work that you'd done. And again, I reiterate, they were in League One a couple of seasons ago, and to drop down to whatever is 8th tier where Bury are at the moment is, it's better than nothing. It's better than being liquidated and going out of business, isn't it? But yeah, not the best. So good luck to Morecambe. And I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because if you have a stubborn, let's not misgender these people. They're all blokes, aren't they? Stubborn, rich blokes. And in some ways who have had their egos dented by, you never get these ownership issues with clubs that are succeeding, do you? It's always clubs that have kind of failed and struggled. And the egos of these people who are often very rich and successful, certainly in other fields, just drives them to do stupid, stubborn things. And that appears to be the case at Morecambe again. I could do more research on that and I could read up on that more. So, do feel free to correct me on anything I've said or add your detail in. But yeah, fingers crossed, all gets sorted out.